It's that time again, another double sleeved review, and this video will be looking into the now not so new Ultra Pro Eclipse Pro Gloss Deck Protector sleeves. In our tried and tested sleeve reviewing format, we have 5 categories: toughness, shuffleability, foil clarity and opacity, double sleeving, and of course, price. Disclaimer: we do not recommend you do any of these tests. It will render the sleeves unusable and have little value outside of our direct comparisons. Use this and other reviews as information only, making your own purchasing decisions based on a wide variety of sources. Before we begin, it's worth noting that although these sleeves share the Ultra Pro Eclipse name with the Ultra Pro Matte Eclipse sleeves, that's where the similarities end. We kick things off with our toughness test, starting with the one finger stretch test, next a sleeve capacity test, and finally a scratch test. For the stretch test, you can see that the sleeves are as tough as nails. It felt as though they wouldn't split without exerting a lot of force. We tested a fair few as seen here with little change in quality. The subsequent card capacity test confirms that the seams are well sealed, as we see that the sleeve refuses to split under the pressure of 9 cards. A strong showing, but worth noting that the matte versions were able to fit 12 cards inside. Under the scratch test, the sleeves had a tougher time, showing every instance of marking. Although this doesn't mean the sleeve will break, it will show visible signs of wear over time, unfortunately bringing an otherwise top-notch score to an 8 out of 10 for toughness. On to shuffleability, where we put the sleeves through their paces with prolonged and vigorous shuffling, in order to demonstrate a level playing field, and to test these sleeves under a fair wear and tear, we will roughly shuffle these cards 1,000 times. With a thin, smooth feel, the shuffle should be smoother than some of the other sleeves on the market. However, without the texture to allow airflow, we found more friction as there is more surface area between the cards, and therefore a less free-flowing experience. Even so, the shuffle feel is not unpleasant and is good enough to warrant a high rating. As well as this, the Ultra Pro glosses show only a little bit of wear on the edges after our 1,000 rough shuffles, partly due to a slim side profile, partly due to sleeves' general toughness. We conclude that thinner sleeves can be tough, but not necessarily the best shuffle feel. This results in us giving a 7 out of 10 for shuffleability. For foil clarity and opacity, we will see how good the front of the sleeve is at showing foils, and how effective the back of the sleeve is at hiding the card within. We use our favourite fling foil to demonstrate this. As shown, the foiling is pretty spectacular here. The main benefit between Ultra Pro Matte Eclipse and Eclipse Gloss is this aspect. Top marks here. In addition, the sleeve performs quite well for opacity. Here we can see that the card cannot be seen through the back of the sleeve, making them suitable for competitive play. Having said that, the sleeve comes in a large variety of colours, and light variants may be a slightly different ballgame. Overall, we give the sleeves a phenomenal 10 out of 10 for foil clarity and opacity. Now, onto the double sleeving test. With double sleeving, the inner sleeved card should not be difficult to insert into the outer sleeve card, yet needs to be snug enough to protect it from liquids and, in the case of foils, from air itself. This is where the sleeves sit in a difficult category. Whilst double sleeving with Ultra Pros, we always find them so slim and tight in all dimensions that any slightly larger inner sleeve will ride up, as seen here. We use inner sleeves that are not so tight as to bend the card inside, which means the tighter fitting Ultra Pro outers struggle. The Ultra Pro Gloss sleeves are so slim, slimmer than the Ultra Pro Eclipse Mattes, that they can even be sleeved inside other outer sleeves. This means that double sleeving can only be a 6 out of 10. Lastly on our list is price. For this review, we'll be using the market price of £7.50, giving them a score of 7 out of 10 in our rating system. Once again, we must reiterate that although we do our best to offer unbiased reviews, we recommend that you do your own research on price. To summarise, for toughness, a strong showing for the overall quality, 8 out of 10. For shuffleability, significant friction and slippery feel, but still feels okay, 7 out of 10. For foil clarity and opacity, a great showing for foil clarity, and the back of the sleeve is fully opaque, 10 out of 10. For double sleeving, a disappointing 6 out of 10. For price, a 7 out of 10 in our rating system. This gives the Ultra Pro Gloss sleeves an overall score of 7.6 out of 10. As always, whether these sleeves are the right match for you depends on your own needs as a player or collector, and we hope our review has helped you to decide this for yourself. If there is a product you want to see us review, let us know in the comments below and we'll do our best to review it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one next week.